everybody, my name is Kimberlynn. Today we're going to read a book called Pinocchio. It's a very famous movie. I think a lot of you know it. Anyways, let's get into reading it. Pinocchio. Once upon a time, a kind woodcarver named Geppetto made a merry-faced little puppet named Pinocchio. One night before Geppetto went to bed, he said, "I wish Pinocchio were a real boy." Then he fell fast asleep. Suddenly, a bright light filled the room, and a beautiful lady dressed in blue appeared. "Good Geppetto," she said, "you have given so much happiness to others. You deserve to have your wish come true." The blue fairy touched the puppet gently with her wand. "Little puppet made of pine, wake. The gift of life is thine," and in the blink of an eye, she magically brought Pinocchio to life. "Proving yourself brave, truthful, and unselfish," the blue fairy said to Pinocchio, "and someday you will be a real boy." Then, to help Pinocchio stay out of trouble, she named Jiminy Cricket the keeper of Pinocchio's conscience. I don't know how to pronounce it. Consequence, I think. The next morning, Geppetto could not believe his eyes. His wooden puppet was running about the workshop. Geppetto wanted to take good care of Pinocchio. "You must go to school," he said, "to learn things and get smart." So off Pinocchio went, full of good intentions, but he never found his way to school. He went away with Stromboli, an evil puppeteer who promised to make him famous. And where was Pinocchio's consequence? Jiminy Cricket was still asleep in bed. That night, Pinocchio was a huge hit in Stromboli's puppet show. A puppet without strings. It was a miracle. After the show, Pinocchio said goodbye to Stromboli, but the puppeteer locked Pinocchio in a cage so he couldn't escape. Jiminy Cricket finally caught up with Pinocchio's backstage. He was shocked to find Pinocchio locked up. "It'll take a miracle to get us out of here," Jiminy cried. Suddenly, the blue fairy appeared and asked Pinocchio why he hadn't gone to school. Pinocchio lied and told her that he had been kidnapped. Just then, his nose began to grow. "You see, Pinocchio," the blue fairy explained, "a lie keeps growing and growing until it's as plain as the nose on your face." When Pinocchio finally told the truth, the fairy set him free. "I'll forgive you this once," she said, "but remember, a boy who won't be good might just as well be made of wood." Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket ran for home, but they met a man who drove a stagecoach pulled by a team of sad little donkeys. "Come with us to Pleasure Island," the coachman said to Pinocchio. The stagecoach was full of noisy boys. They were laughing and talking all at once. Pinocchio thought it looked like fun. "Oh, Pinocchio!" cried Jiminy Cricket as Pinocchio climbed aboard ready for an adventure, but Jiminy Cricket followed along faithfully. On Pleasure Island, Pinocchio and other boys ran wild and stuffed themselves with sweets. But Pinocchio's fun did not last long. He soon began to grow donkey ears and a tail, for that's what happened to lazy boys on Pleasure Island. Jiminy Cricket gasped when he saw Pinocchio. They had to get away, but when they tried to escape, they ran to the coachman. He was herding a bunch of donkeys wearing boys' hats and shoes. Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket ran for their lives. When Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket finally returned home, Geppetto was gone. Suddenly, a dove, a dove, a dove, a dove, a dove or a dove. I don't know how to pronounce it, but a dove appeared with a note. That note, oh, it's dove. Okay. Suddenly, a dove appeared with a note. The note said Geppetto had gone to sea to look for his son and had been swallowed by a whale named Monstro. Pinocchio set off at once to save his father, and indeed Pinocchio found Geppetto in Monstro's belly. Geppetto was thrilled to see his little puppet, but how are they ever going to get out of the whale? Pinocchio had an idea. They had built a fire and used smoke to make Monstro sneeze. Geppetto and Pinocchio sailed out of the whale and into the sea, fighting the waves. Pinocchio helped his father safely to shore. When Geppetto finally awoke, he saw Pinocchio lying beside him, cold and pale. Geppetto scooped his son up into his arms and carried him home. The woodcarver laid Pinocchio on his bed and knelt by his side. "Little Pinocchio, you risked your life to save me," Geppetto said, sobbing. Suddenly, the blue fairy appeared, waving her magic wand. She said, "Now you have proven yourself brave, truthful, and unselfish. Today you will become a real boy. Awake, Pinocchio, awake!" Jiminy Cricket watched as his friend came to life. Their troubles were over, and Jiminy's job was done. At last, Geppetto's wish had come true. And that's the end of the book. I really like this book. My favorite part was at the end when he saved Geppetto. Anyways, have a nice day, everybody.